Alrighty, baby, we are back at it with another 100 days, and bro, okay, this is actually the start bro, okay, this is gonna seem so fake. This is ridiculous, bro. I promise from the bottom of my, this is lame. This is lame. I almost want to create a new world. Okay, I was about to say that, what the, oh no, oh no, oh no, okay, never mind. Maybe this won't matter. Oh no, this might not matter. Okay. Let's try everything again. Hello there, I'm Tifo. Welcome to 100 Days in a Snow-Only World. What I was trying to explain to you before everything went to absolute dookie was, there isn't much to do in this world as of this moment. There is not going to be any trees, there's not going to be villages, but there are going to be, oh my god, what is happening? But there are going to... This is just going so wrong. There are going to be pillager outposts, which you just saw on the screen right now, like a second ago. Now, somehow, someway, I gotta figure out how I am getting back up, because I need to get up here to actually make it over there. What if this is really bad. This is so bad. Okay, where was I? I don't even know where I was. There is not going to be trees. There's not going to be villages. There's not going to be many things happening in this world that I can do much about at this moment. Basically, there's one over there as well. Okay. Damn it. Oh my god, there's dirt. Okay. Yo, I am trying to explain to you what is going on right now, but there's so many things happening that I'm just like, I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what to do. Okay, let me quickly grab a bunch of this dirt, and then after, I will explain to you exactly what is going on, because this right here, my attempt of doing this is absolutely pathetic. So let's grab all of this dirt. Alright, I've gotten a few pieces of dirt, so let me quickly explain what I'm trying to say about this. This world does not have trees, it doesn't have villages, it does have these pillager outposts, which is the only way for me at the moment to get wood, so that we can get any sort of materials. The fact that there's another one out there is absolutely wonderful. It does seem like there are rabbits, which is a way of getting food, as far as I can tell, and this could be wrong by me, but I do not believe there is any way of getting any sort of animal other than rabbits. There are those goat things. I don't know, do the goats things drop any sort of food? I actually genuinely don't know the answer to that. That might possibly be something we have to explore though. I'm still kind of in need of a bit more dirt, so I'll spend a little bit more time getting a few more pieces, because we have to be able to make our way over there. And the simplest way to get over there is literally just to run on a bunch of dirt, because well, traveling in this world is going to be pretty tough, man. We're gonna fall through the snow all the time. Basically, this world is just a bunch of different challenges that I have to kind of get myself through, which is literally what's gonna make this so fun. So what I gotta do is I gotta build myself some sort of pathway that is so not the... See, I can't do this. I can't afford to make these mistakes. Jesus Christ. Alright, this right here is where it is. Okay. This kind of intro to this video is going as bad as it can go. All I'm trying to tell you is that I need to make my way from here over to there without falling through this. And I'm kind of realizing if I just made my way down onto the ice, I could maybe slide over instead. I'm kind of already building this path. I can do that. God damn it. God damn it. Not the snow again. Not the snow again. Okay. This is going to be a tough watch for a lot of people, man. But we're going to get through it. You and I, hand in hand. Let's have some fun. And yeah. I kind of apologize already for you to having to experience all of this. Because god damn, this is definitely something, man. Let's just say it like that. It's definitely something. I think it is about to be nighttime. This is kind of becoming a problem, bro. This is slowly but surely becoming a problem. I have wasted too much time trying to figure out how in the world I'm gonna survive getting to the other side that is actually becoming nighttime now. This is my own fault. I've got 18 pieces. Can I make it over there with 18 pieces? I'm gonna say no. I could probably put more distance between all of them, but I think I'd rather just play it safe. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm taking my time. I am playing this smart. I think I need about like 10, 15 more pieces, and I'll probably make it over there rather easy. But is there even enough sand here? There's probably enough sand here, right? Am I saying sand? I'm in dirt. Why is my head getting twisted so badly right now just because I almost drowned in snow? This is, I don't even know what to say about what's going on right now. This might be one of the most embarrassing starts to a video I've ever done. And I feel like that says a lot coming from me. Okay, so this gives me 15 pieces. Oh my god. Let's try that again. Nope. Oh dear god, bro, this is so embarrassing. What am I doing? Okay, so mobs can easily walk on all of this with no issue, so that is definitely not good for me. Question is, do I wait for daytime or do I risk it? I might have to wait for daytime, right? We even got freaking spiders riding skeletons, man. Dear god, what is happening right now, man? What have I put myself into? As long as I can get over to that place, everything should be so much easier. Okay, here's the idea. I'm gonna build myself up here. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, should be able to hit me from here. And then I just gotta wait for daytime. That's probably all I need to do. And the wonders of daytime is here. Now I can hopefully actually do this, man. I could have definitely done triples between these, but we play it very safe though. I think the worst thing is that this probably won't even be enough. Did my game just lag? Oh, this is not. Okay, so these are not. Okay, I'm okay walking on this. I'm okay walking on this. So will it just be these right here that's gonna have me fall through? Yeah, they will have me fall through. Okay, and there's more dirt right here. Banger. Sure. I don't remember the last time I ever spent any time in a snowy biome, so I literally don't know anything about it, bro. I genuinely know nothing. Can I just... Fruit, bro. Really? I can't believe this, bro. I'm so... Words I won't even allow myself to say about myself. Okay, this guy is on me, but I can... Okay, this guy is chasing me. This guy is chasing me. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. Okay, so I've got to figure out somehow, some way to be able to take these guys on. Okay, there's so many of them. They're all on me. Frick. If I can do that, and if I just get in here, they can't shoot me, I say. Oh my god. Okay, so I can probably grab this piece right here. And then I can also grab this corner. And then same goes for this one right here. And I suppose I can grab this top one right here as well without having them walk in. Let's grab this one as well. Okay, so that gives me 5. I'll grab this one as well for the 6th. And we still are able to get more from over there. But for now, this is plenty. There is a crafting table right there, but I can't really make it over there. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take this, make a crafting table, and then let's make an axe. Because we definitely gotta be able to take these guys out. If he can just come close a few times. Really don't think they can do any sort of damage to me. I'm pretty safe where I'm at. This works. This freaking works. I can't believe this actually works. Okay, we're slowly but surely taking these guys out. Come on, just... I can't believe this works. Come on. Alright, doing a bit of damage. Am I kind of free to set out right now? Because I think I might be gonna risk it for now. Let's grab this. I'm gonna take as much wood as I can right now. Yeah, there is a guy right there, but I can grab this while I'm at it. So we need a crafting table. I forgot to grab the other crafting table that I just made, but that's alright. We can snatch this one as well. And there's a guy right here. Okay, they are shooting. You gotta remember they're shooting crossbows, so it's not like they're... Okay. They do a lot of damage. Okay, they do a lot more damage than I thought they would. I need the food. I need the food. Dear God, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, can they... Is there an entrance? There's an entrance right here. Let's pop that down. I think that's gonna make me safe. If there's anyone inside here, I am screwed. And if there is no one in here... I don't know if there's anyone in here. If there isn't, I'm safe. Okay, I'm safe in here. There's not a single guy in here. We have a chest that's giving us decent stuff. Actually, decent stuff. So I have this one hay bale, which I can utilize. So now I can... Ooh, okay, got decent bread. At least enough to have us give our... Okay, where did I just get hit from? Did he shoot me all the way from down there? Because if he did, that's ridiculous. Okay, step number 1 is I'm gonna make myself a wooden pickaxe. And then I'm just gonna literally steal this cobblestone inside these walls right here. This will give me the ability to make myself a stone pickaxe and a stone axe. Small upgrades that I'll take. And then we do have the ability to use the crossbow since we do have 6 arrows. It's not great, but it's a start. And then the plan is probably really simple. Right now, I should just chop a bunch of this down so I got a decent amount of wood on me, because we will definitely be needing a lot of this. The only possible way that we'll be able to get wood any other way in the future is either if there is a mine shaft, which is going to be much less efficient than this, or if we somehow, some way find a wandering trader. But before that, we have to find villagers, which first off, I don't even know if it's possible for them to spawn here. That's number one. Number two is I will have to... I probably will be able to get the potions, but I won't be able to get apples to cure a... I don't think I could do it then, because I'd need to be able to get apples to cure the villagers. I don't know if that's possible. We'll figure that out. I don't know if that's actually possible. There's just so much that we have to figure out, which is what's going to make this a lot of fun. Honestly, I don't know what I've put myself into, and I kind of just really, really like that. Why is there a potion right there? Okay, now that I'm here, I should actually be a little smart. So what I need to do is I need a few more pieces of cobble, and then inside this crafting table right here, what I quickly gotta make myself is a stone hoe. It will make me be able to mine those quicker. I'm thinking a boat might come in really handy. Let's try that for the fun of it. I don't know how efficient that's gonna be, but I do think that, dear God. Okay, step number one, I need to get over there and grab that for the food. Okay, we got a little bit of it. I can't really stay here for now. Okay, just gotta get away. Just gotta get away. Just get in the boat, get away. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Okay, so the boat sinks. The boat does sink, which is not great. Okay, I'm gonna pop that down right there. I need to put myself in a safe spot. Let's pop a torch right here and let's grab a good amount of this coal. What I'm kind of hoping for right now would be if I could find any diamonds. Shut up, man. I meant iron. Diamonds, shut up. Come on, Chivo. You know that ain't gonna happen. I meant to say iron. I don't know why I am so off right now. Like, I don't know what is going on, but like my head is like being so confused by this world. It's a lot of fun. It makes me even dumber than I usually am. But yeah, I'm thinking that just finding some iron right now would be the greatest thing to do. That would give me a shield, which would probably make me able to fight those guys. I need to utilize that place to get the last few hay bales so that I can actually have food. But the real question is, am I going to be able to find iron around here? I also did not know that boats went through the snow, but they do. I am pretty high up. Maybe if I go a little bit further down, the potential for iron might be a bit bigger. Bro, at this pace, I don't even know if I'll be able to get iron. Like, what is happening? Does iron not exist in this world? Because if it doesn't, I know it does. I know it does, but like, what the hell, bro? We're at like level 30 right now, which is like a decent level. So I don't know why I'm not finding anything, but I'm just kind of hoping that maybe if I run into a cave. So I got redstone and I got copper, but no iron. I really got redstone before I got iron. That's just ridiculous. I actually don't think I've ever tried that before, so that's a yes. Alright, just as I'm yapping my bum off, finally we get some iron, bro. That took its time, man. And it is also a rather decent amount. It is 5 pieces, so let's quickly start off by just making ourselves a furnace. And let's just melt that all down. And then while we wait, I guess let's just grab a bit of this coal that's appearing to me, because, you know, I like coal. Gonna need a lot of that for when we have to explore the mines at some point. We are also reaching deep slate level, it seems. Cool. No doubt. Alright, this is pretty awesome. So let's first of all make ourselves a shield. That is going to be the main thing that we're going to need. So now the question is, do I try to get a bit more iron and then maybe get myself a chest piece before I go back up there, since a chest piece is going to give me a lot of armor points. Wow, that's gold. That's gold. Can I just get iron? Can I literally like just give me iron? I do not care about the gold, the redstone, whatever else you might want to give me. I don't need it. It ain't iron, but I guess lapis is pretty cool. That's a first. Maybe it's not that cool, but yeah, this is gonna be the this is gonna be the way I go. I'm just gonna mine a little down and then I'm gonna just do this all the way, because I don't know, man, this feels like the most efficient thing for me to do. Hopefully it's gonna lead me to a bunch of iron. There we are. See, that is why you do this, bro. It works, man. It actually works. It does work, bro. It took a little bit, but we got some more. If that's just a 1, I'm gonna be pissed. Are you actually kidding me? Is that literally just a 1? That ain't even funny. That is not even funny, man. Come on. No way. No fucking way. There is no way. There is actually no way. What? Oh my god. Oh my god, it was literally... What? Oh my god, there's a lot. There's at least 3. There might be more. I think it's a 3 vein. Yeah, it's a 3 vein. What in the world is happening right now? I don't even have... Oh, I do have 4. I have 4 pieces of iron. I have to, man. Bro, so this method is like actually goated, bro. I can't believe this literally just happened. There is genuinely no way that this just happened. Alright, I have to. Bro, there's no way around it. I gotta make myself a iron pickaxe, man. I need the diamonds. I cannot believe that has just happened. How is that possible for me to find? And then not even being deep slate is ridiculous. That is 3 diamonds. This is just turning out to being such a weird video already. Like, what is happening? How have I just gotten that? I don't know. But it happened. Alrighty, I'm getting a little tired of this right here, so what I'm thinking is... Oh yeah, I can actually grab the gold now as well. Forgot about that. I already have so much junk in my inventory that I can't even keep stuff. We don't need the goat horn. Never gonna need the raw copper. I am thinking I want to try and go even further down now, because I feel like when I get down to deep slate, that is when the bigger caves kind of starts to show themselves, and I don't know how... What is the word I'm going to use? Cavey. I don't know how cavey these worlds are going to be, or this world is going to be, but I feel like there should be like massive caves just like there usually are, right? Like that would kind of make sense to me. Also, this should up my chances of getting even more diamonds, even though I don't even have friggin' iron at this point, and deep slate is gonna be like absolutely awful to walk through. Jesus Christ, these noises are just disturbing in so many different ways. There's definitely big caves around, man. There's no way there's not. I think my luck is just literally terrible at the moment. I say that like I didn't just find 3 diamonds, bro, but still. Okay, there it is. There's the cave. Yeps. I just have 0 patience. That's the issue. That literally is just because I have no patience. The issue is not the game, the issue is me. More gold is... yeah, sure. If I can actually end up getting those apples somehow, some way, which maybe if I'm lucky, they might pop up in chests around the world. There's a chance of that, right? There's gotta be a chance of that at least. Alright, so... oh my god, more diamonds. More diamonds, no way. And this isn't even a proper cave. This is just like a little something. Okay, it leads into something. Alright, how many diamonds? I think it's gonna be a 1. It is not, it's gonna be more. Oh my god, it's more than that. Jesus, that's at least 5, potentially a 6 if I'm lucky. No, 5. That is 8. Oh my god, no way. There is literally more there. And there's iron. 1 iron? Jesus, this world is like messing with my head, bro. I can't get iron, but I can get diamonds. Because that makes sense. A 2, I think that's fair. I think a 2 is way more than fair, bro. This is already like, you know, kind of ridiculous. So I will happily take a 2. Now, for once in my life, I think I'm gonna be smart. Ooh, yeah, I would have needed 1 more to make the diamond pickaxe. Okay, if I can find 1 more diamond, I'm gonna make the chest piece and the pickaxe. The thing is, if I run out of durability with this one I have right now, I kind of rather just make myself a diamond pickaxe, since apparently this type of thing right here, the iron, is pretty hard for me to find. And I'm not making it easier on myself by going down to this level. Deep slate and iron does not mix well, but this and diamonds does. Alright, there are mobs nearby. I gotta make the chest piece, so I'll make the chest piece for my own safety. Play it smart, you know. Okay, let's quickly take out this zombie, which shouldn't be an issue at all. And then we can just quickly run down here and light this area up. There's no other mobs as far as I can tell. Alright, so just another small little cave. We still have not found what I would call a proper cave. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna keep on going. What level am I at? Minus 28. How am I not finding like giant caves around here? I'm just gonna take all of the lapis for the XP. I'm probably not even gonna pick the lapis up. We already have a stack that's gonna be more than enough. Hopefully I can just mine myself into a giant cave system. Okay, so I've stumbled into some sort of cave right here. Question is, how many mobs is there gonna be? Holy. The answer is a lot. Okay, so interestingly enough, they aren't actually going to be able to get down here, which is definitely good for me. I also see diamonds over there. Right there are diamonds. And with the size of this area, which looks to be decent, there could be more. Alright, there is a bow, which is pretty good. Trying to light this area up a little bit. There's a few creepers over there. I have 7 arrows. I think I would like to take out the witch. I feel like the witch would probably end up doing a lot of damage. What's up, spider? You ain't really gonna be able to do much. Everything down there is not really going to be able to make it up here. It's just these two guys. All right. I think this is going to be worth it. Okay, that is the witch taken care of. Okay, I still have 2 hay bales. I should probably make some more food, actually. We are now running into the massive issue of also not having any more food. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna make my way out here and light up as much as I can without getting too far into it. There's more diamonds. Okay, we have this one creeper right here, which is perfect. Yeah, so he won't be able to do anything. Alright, there's iron right here. That is something we're gonna need. And obviously, it's just gonna be a 1. Alright, this is the big stuff right here. We got a few more diamonds, but how many? 4 is more than welcomed. Then we got a bit of iron in the ground right here, and even some up in the wall. I can't really tell if this is like the start of an iron vein, maybe, because it's kind of spread out weirdly. Look at how like it's just kind of in a few places, very spread around. That could mean an iron vein, but alright, more diamonds. That gives me 8 diamonds at this point, which is pretty freaking sweet. This cave is big. This cave is very, very big, so I gotta be careful, but this is really, really good. I think this is kind of like an iron vein because I keep on finding pieces everywhere. Alright, this cave is absolutely awesome. I'd absolutely love to stay around here and go crazy. But this won't give me any sort of access to food, which is what I really, really need. All of these ores are absolutely awesome, but they literally mean nothing if I can't get food. So I have 31 pieces of raw iron. With 6 iron, I have 8 diamonds and an absolutely awesome cave to explore. But for now, I think I'm going to be smart and go back because I really need some more food. So, yeah, I forgot to record. I forgot to record, bro. I went back up here. God damn it, I forgot to record. Alright, I went back up here. We've been slaying quite a few of them, actually. We can just go to statistics. Should be here somewhere. Okay, I've killed 15 pillagers. So, okay, not that many. I thought it was a bit more. I've already... 14, what did it say? It said 14, not 15. So we've taken out a few, not too many. I made myself diamond helmet, diamond chest piece, iron boots, and plates. Of course, I'm going to be smart, and I'm also going to grab this wool right here, because that means we can actually make ourselves a bed, which is going to be really, really nice. I probably won't really need all that much extra wool, unless we do figure out that one way to actually get villagers, which I just don't know if it's going to be possible or not. Also, these guys do no damage to me, basically. Let's just watch him. See. Yeah, that's literally none. That's like a 1.5 heart, I think. So I'm able to take quite a decent amount of damage, which is really, really good. Here's what my plan is. I'm going to get just up to 64 dark oak logs. That's going to be plenty. Alright, it's all fun and games, but every single time I take damage... Not this again. Oh, there are sand as well. That's cool. Every single time I do take damage, that's just more food that I'll have to utilize that I just don't have. 9 pieces of bread right now is definitely nowhere near enough, though. It seems like it's becoming nighttime, which is the perfect time for us to take our first nap. Okay, so we had this other pillage out here on the sea, right there. Ooh. You don't even know what this means, do you? Maybe you do. If you do, you're a real Minecraft G. What the hell is happening? Is my world bugging? I think it's trying to render too much. Alright, first of all, it's not easy to control a bow. This right here is what I define as quite possibly as big of a game changer as you can even imagine. And I'll show you why. Mine that, open that, go down. There's villagers down here. There are villagers down here. Oh my god. Oh, there's apples as well. And there's golden apples. Oh, we can get villagers, bro. I did not realize there was going to be igloos around here. And there's... Oh my god, there's even potions of weakness, so I can even do it right away. I don't even have to even... Oh... Do you realize how huge this is? It is so much bigger than my girlfriend could ever dream of me being, man. Holy moly. This is as big as it gets, man. I was about to make a wild joke right there, but I'm gonna contain myself. Okay, it's not really necessary for me to grab this guy right now, right here. I will grab the potion of weakness though. That's pretty cool. I will also grab the brewing stand now that I think about it. Maybe seems weird, but I don't know how easy it is for me to get cactus, so I'll grab the cactus as well. This is crazy, man. This is such a ginormous game changer. I really don't think the boat likes being on ice, bro. It seems like it's just really bugging out my world. Let's start off by seeing what this nether portal has to offer. Does it have a chest? Of course it does. It doesn't have anything that I really care about though. I will turn those nuggets into an ingot. It seems like these portals are also rather common, so it's not like I have to grab the obsidian right now. See, what I'm thinking is I want to go to that right there. That pillager outpost. See, there's even another igloo right there. This world really went from being extremely complicated to being so goated just by realizing that little thing. I need you to help me, bro. I need you to help me. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, just annihilate these guys for me. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh, there's even another one. I will literally let this guy free as well. This will mean that I won't even have to worry around this village right here. These guys will just take care of it. I will need every single hay bale that's here to start off with. It's not going to be an issue with food either. It's just I have first off just have to get the villagers. And then as soon as I have those, I won't have to worry. So it seems like if it's one of these slabs right here, you can walk on them without worries. But if it's not, you might have to worry a little bit. Another... Ooh. Calm down, bro. We got armor trims, which I honestly don't really care about too much. Potatoes is god tier. Potatoes is very, very good. That's another way for me to make emerald, and it's a food source. We'll grab the armor trims just because it's cool, but I don't think I'll ever actually end up using them. I don't really think there's much else that I would need to grab from this outpost though. What I would really want right now is just... I want to find an igloo near land, which might be that one over there. I want to take the villagers from that... Oh, there's another one right there. I want to just take the villagers from down the igloo up on land. I think I have a very cool idea for a base, by the way. I think I have a really, really cool idea. There is actually an igloo on land literally right there. It's also going to be close to an outpost. This just, actually, I'm just realizing now that this does mean that I should have definitely grabbed more wool around the different pillages, and around the different pillager outposts, but that's alright. They're very close to here. I think this might be a really good place overall to potentially make a base then. Oh, is this one of those ones that doesn't have it? Of course it is. This is one of those few ones that does not have it. Alright, of course it is, bro. Because why would I be as lucky as to find one on land that actually has it? That's not bad. That's pretty solid, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's pretty solid. Alright, so this one right here does have the villager thing down here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here and we're gonna turn this guy into an actual villager. So all we gotta do is just throw that and you grab that, and then we wait, I think it's like 5 minutes, and we have ourselves 2 villagers. Now I have this very cool mod installed in my world that is just a mod that I prefer to use in my worlds because I just think that like traveling with villagers is like the worst thing this game has ever done. Like how they haven't gotten a better update in this game with traveling with villagers, I won't ever understand. So basically what this mod is just I just completely clear out my my hand so I don't have anything in either hand. Then all I gotta do is have one empty hand, crouch down and right click, and I can pick up villagers and I can literally walk upstairs, do whatever I want with them. This mod just saves you so much time doing the most pointless task that you can get done either way, but now you can get it done 20 times faster. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this guy over here. Maybe I haven't quite thought this through actually. If I can just pick him, I just gotta make a little area where they can stay in without making too much trouble so we can actually breed a bunch of them. Put him in there. Nope, he's quick. So then now what I need to do is I need to get a... Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? That's not what I meant to do. Basically what I'm trying to do is I need beds now. I need as many beds as I can manage to get so I can get the villagers in here start breeding. There was this bed inside this house as well, so I'll also make sure to grab that. And probably any second now, this guy down here is going to be ready. I'd probably have to travel out a little bit and find another pillage, because it seems like I have chosen a spot that there isn't a pillage right nearby, which maybe is a little bit of a mistake, but it is what it is. Okay, so everything that has this one layer on top of it, I'm good to go on, which is awesome. So as long as I keep that in mind, that it has this one layer, I can run and have as much fun as I want. What I need for my house or my home is kind of like a flat area just like this. Zombie doctor, perfect. So the area that we have right here is literally perfect for our build. And I really hope that a wandering trader does spawn, because I really want to add trees and stuff around this build for it to look really good. But before we can do any of that, let's go down here to this guy, grab him and put him with the other villager. Alright, so we have our two guys in here. I need to find myself a pillager outpost because I need more bread, and I'd probably have to turn one of these guys right here into a farmer so I can buy bread from him that I can then feed them so they can breed more villagers. And then the best way that I am thinking right now for me to be able to get any emeralds, maybe potatoes? Don't really know. I have not really thought about how I'm gonna get emeralds. I should probably figure that out. So there's definitely gonna be a few different methods that I'm gonna use to get all of these emeralds, but the first one is I've planted down potatoes. That is gonna be a one that is a little bit annoying. It's gonna take a long time, and yeah, we're gonna utilize it, but not gonna be the main one. So what you see down here is if we go underwater, right here we have clay. You can sell 10 clays for 1 emerald, but we already have this one guy over here which we transformed back from a zombie villager, so I'm gonna assume that he will give me an even better price. So all we need is a mason, and to make a mason is pretty simple. I believe all I gotta do is just put in 7 pieces right here and turn it into normal stone. Wait, I have a weird question. I don't actually know if this is true or not. Can you shear goats? Can you actually shear goats? I don't know if you can or not. Okay, you can't. Bruh, I was wondering. I didn't know if you could or not. I had to test that out. You can't. That'd be kind of crazy if you could though. Alrighty, so all we gotta do is just put 1 piece of iron in here, and that makes us a stone cutter. Then hopefully the right guy takes it. Which is the right guy. Perfect. He only requires 4 now instead of 10. Basically, this is ridiculously good. It isn't perfect, because it is a little risky doing this, but what I can do is if I just open up this area pretty well with these torches, the water around here will not turn into ice again. So what I can do is I can dive down and then find some clay, which is right here, and then every single time I mine literally 1 of those, that's an emerald. See, just like that, we got 32. Let's quickly talk to this guy. And just like that, I have 8 emeralds. Really certain that it's safe to say that that is a goated freaking move. On top of that, I can even get stone and get that for emeralds, which is also pretty solid actually. If I'm in like really dire need, but this method should be really good, the clay one. Now obviously I do think it's gonna be a limited amount, like I'll probably have to travel around quite a decent amount to actually end up finding enough, but seems like a big win to me though. Let's see, can we do it again here? Right there, okay. I should really just get an enchantment table and then get Aqua Infinity. That would be really good. What am I saying, bro? I'm not thinking right now. Oh, maybe I'll die from this. Everybody has probably already told me this in the comments, but yeah, I know I can just make a door. It must be kind of tough watching my videos sometimes because I do so many dumb things that I just realized like a short while after. I don't know if we will be able to find places where there's like massive amount of clay, but I'd say this is a really clever way to get a bunch of emeralds really easily. Like this is absolutely goated. Just like that, we have 16 and I'm very happy. I think the next step right now is to go out, find a pillager outpost, get a whole bunch of wool, extend this little thing, and have these guys breed. But also, before we do that actually, let's quickly make that a composter. And this guy, perfectly, he sells bread. And I just spent every single emerald I just got. Alright, that's not really what I meant to do, but I did it. We probably won't get a wandering trader anytime soon, so it's okay. But that should make these guys go to town a little bit, and in turn give me a bunch more villagers, which I really will need. Let's basically just completely ransack this place. This gives us a bunch more beds so we can really start breeding a whole bunch of villagers. As well as that, there's actually a lot of clay down under the water, so I'm gonna just utilize that as much as possible to get so many emeralds. But since you don't care to watch that all day every day of me just going around doing that, we should get to some of the interesting stuff, right? We should really get to building this base. With the amount of materials that I have right now, it is going to be very, very limited what we can actually do with this build. But we can definitely start it off and then always just expand out later on. But the plan is pretty simple, man. Like right and about just right here. Honestly, just about right here. Let's just say literally these blocks right here is where I want to build the entrance to it. So let's just quickly yap out a little bit of that and then just put this into the ground. Now, like I always do, this is going to be a freestyle. I always like to freestyle my builds. I just think it's fun, and sometimes it turns out really cool, and then other times it just turns out completely horrific. I'm gonna make the entrance 5 blocks wide. Oh no. Not again. I should really just grab some of these snowballs, make snow blocks, and then turn them into... Can you make snow block slabs? There they are. You can literally just do slabs, and then instead of me... Can I just... Oh, I can't even do that. I thought I could place these down here, and then I wouldn't fall down. Seems like I can't. Okay, whatever. I thought you could do that. Never mind then. You can only do it if there's already one, but... that's alright. So if you're watching right now, we are a decent bit into the video, and what I would love for you to do is go into the comments and let me know anything that you would want me to do to improve these videos. There is so much I can still do. I'm trying to keep these videos very raw and down to earth. But if you want a bit more editing, a bit more maybe some replay mods or anything like that, do just let me know. And if you just like it the way that it is, more calm, down to earth, and not this like TikTok type video where it's just in your face all the time, which that is not gonna be my videos. I am tired of watching that. But anything that you would like for me to improve on, do just let me know and I'll happily change those things within reason. Anyways, we're gonna get to this build right here and I'm really excited. After raiding that villager outpost, I actually have a few more potatoes, so we should definitely plant those down. Let's also quickly make a few more emeralds while we can. We can also now start buying granite and diorite, which is really cool. Also, this guy does not actually accept potatoes, which I'm kind of realizing right now, which is alright. We still have all of the other villagers that's gonna grow up, and those guys need jobs as well. So if you've ever watched Asterix and Obelix, they have this kind of village that I'm gonna be inspired by making this, but at the same time, I'm also gonna take inspiration from Lord of the Rings. Might sound a little complicated, but you'll see where I'm going at some point. I'm gonna need so much more dark oak logs, but we'll get to that. So what I need to do is I need to make some sort of thing out here that I think is gonna be 5 blocks, so we have these two in the middle, and then I can place these inside here. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm then gonna make the height 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 for now, might actually end up making it higher, we'll see. Then I want to have a 2-block gap in between for a walkway up there. That would mean that I do this and that. So then if I extend this up right here to 6 height as well, and then I put these in, fill it out like so, and then I think I'm gonna do this in the corners, while in the middle of it I'm gonna fill it in with cobble. Let's quickly scratch that. Let's start off by doing this, and then let's actually take these out. I'm gonna turn these into planks just for saving materials, although this next step is gonna require me to use even more materials, and that is gonna be oak stairs. So then I'll just fill in the stairs going all the way through, and we'll probably have it go all the way over like that. Then I suppose even that. See, there's something here where this becomes an issue. I think what it requires me to do is to... Okay, let's remove the cobblestone. I don't like it with cobblestone. I wonder if stripping these down would actually help a little bit. I kind of think it does, man. Actually, I really think it does. Then to conserve blocks, I'm gonna make sure I chop these sides off because I'll need so many blocks. So then we can have a stairway going up to here. Have that in there. I gotta figure out something I want to put in the middle though. As soon as I can figure that out, things are gonna run smoothly, but I just don't know what it's gonna be. This probably won't work, but I gotta test some things out, man. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Damn, bro, look at that, bro. It's all the way down to 3 now. That's quite powerful. So either I do this right here in the middle, which also looks extremely shitty. What if I did that instead? I feel like it looks better. It's just, I just kind of want to do something around here, you know? Maybe we stick with this, maybe we don't. And then very simply, just right here in the back, we just have stairs just going up all the way until it collides with the proper level. And now I am completely out of materials, and this is all that I have built, man. This is gonna be rough, bro. I've probably made an absolutely horrible choice doing this. But at the same time, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm standing by this, man. I'm absolutely standing by this. I am liking what I'm seeing. I think it's gonna flow really well. I think it's gonna work really cool around the village where we're just gonna expand over time. Hopefully, if a wandering trader ends up spawning and it actually gives me dark oak saplings, that would be the most badass thing, man. Chances of that, it feels like it's second to none. Who knows, man? Maybe we'll be lucky. The most important thing that I can do right now is I want to take another freaking trip out and find another pillager outpost completely. And this time I'm gonna completely ransack that entire thing. That is probably gonna be my main object. But actually, there's always a but with my... Isn't there? I feel like always I'm about to say something and then there comes a but because just while I'm saying something, I realize there's another thing that I have to do, bro. Which there is. I should probably get some tools that has a lot more efficiency on it, man. Like, if I'm trying to ransack this entire pillager outpost, having maybe some efficiency would be, I'd say, pretty smart. I'd say it would be pretty smart to have that. So all we need right now to do any of that is... I have no diamonds left. So I'd probably need to go down on a little trip to grab more of those. I also have no more clay left. This is all the emeralds that I have right now, which is 63, which is still that's really good though. I do actually need to ransack a few places in hopes of getting 2 more books, because I'll need 2 more books to be able to get a librarian, which is then in turn gonna give me unlimited books. Because I am realizing right now I don't really have any way of getting leather. The librarian is gonna be the easiest one to do. Let's make sure we buy a bunch of this chisel stone bricks because we're gonna be using that a lot, it seems. Then let's just take this stone cutter and make ourselves a bunch of cobblestone stairs. Now, since we have this giant place right here, we might as well start actually utilizing this place for the things that I'm considering doing. Number 1, I want to see what is going on over here. All right, this just seems like it's leading to nothing, which is all right. Either way, I will have to find some place where I can actually make myself mine shaft type of thing. So I think that's just gonna honestly be like right here. So we'll just have this area down here just leading down through a mine shaft. So let's just have this go down like this. And then all I gotta do is just get digging and get all the way down to a level where we can hopefully find some diamonds. But not before we take a mid-air sleep. I do not exactly know what I have just hit, but we have hit something. Oh, I know exactly what I've hit. I don't think I have ever in my entire Minecraft life experience, whatever you want to call it, ever been into one of these. I'm one of those people, like, if there comes a new update to the game, I don't give a fuck, bro. I just play the game for the fun and the old school thing of it. I cannot remember from the bottom of my heart if I've ever genuinely been to one of these before. I don't even know how it works. I literally swear to God, I do not know how these even work. That's how little I care about new updates, bro. I just don't care about them. I just waxed it off, bro. That's something you gotta do sometimes, you know. So do places like this have like chests and stuff? Because if they do, what the... Does this do a lot of damage though? I don't know. Okay, it does like no damage. All I really care about is if this place has like chests. I need books, you know. I have no idea if this place actually have chests, but I really need to find those books, bro. What is in here? Nothing? I don't know what's... I genuinely don't even know what's going on. I'm just here. Yeah. I just play Minecraft for the simplicity of it and for the fun of it, bro. That's why I just don't explore this type of things. If it has books, that's like really cool and I'd love that. But just as far as I can tell... Okay, that's not good. As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like it has it. I know you can do those... Shit. Damn, son. That was almost pretty bad. And it continues to be bad. Can we, like, not do this, by the way? Yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh, shit. That's the wrong... Alright. I need to just get out of here. I don't care about this, bro. I just don't. This is just the type of stuff that, like, it just does not interest me. This just does not interest me about this game, and I don't know why. It just never has. I'm literally just getting out of here. Don't care. I just want to go down, get my diamonds, and then I want to find a way to figure out how to get books so I can do an enchantment table. Really far down at this point right here, we're at -44, but I finally got some more diamonds. Oh my god, and this actually looks like it's going to be a massive one as well. This is huge. That gives me a total of 8 diamonds. That is an absolute monster. That is a huge win right there. That is also all I'm going to do for now down here, because I really just want to get an enchantment table going. I'm already at over level 30, which is perfect. I did go on Google and search a little about this trial chamber to see if there was anything worth my time being in there, and maybe at some point I might explore it out and actually have fun with it, but I just don't feel like it's worth it right now. I know so little about it, I don't really want to risk this world and dying just to get a few extra emeralds, diamonds, and whatever I might possibly be able to get in there. It did seem like there was a possibility of actually getting books in there, which is really cool. That is a massive one. But honestly, I just don't see it as being worth it. How I see it right now is that for us to really move forward now, the best thing I can probably do is that I have 1 book right now, so I have to go out and find 2 more books. This actually is pretty fine because I have to go out and actually get a bunch more dark oak logs. Otherwise, I won't be able to build on this village, man. We're gonna need so much. So as much as I can, I should just clear out my inventory and go out on this journey. And honestly, when you're in this boat right here, it does go pretty fast. This is basically like half an elytra, bro. On ice, this is just crazy work. I should be able to just dive out here and find another spot in no time. I don't know how many pillager outposts is going to be needed until I will actually, dear God, until I will actually get enough books. But it is honestly the only way that I can kind of see myself being able to get them. All right, see, we got one literally right here, which is perfect. And it is also one that I have not visited. Sometimes I do come by the ones that I have visited already, which is a little annoying. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run in here and find the chest inside, see if there's actually a book in here. And if there isn't, I'm just going to ransack this place for as many materials as I can. Of course not. Yeah, so it might take a little while, but I should actually really make sure to explore the portals as well, by the way. Those do actually have a chance of having books in them. It really looks so beautiful when you just come walking from here, man. Like, this is absolutely badass. All right, come on. Still nothing. Just gotta keep doing this, ransack a few of these places, and hopefully soon we will have the books and it won't take forever. The most annoying thing is that if it's gonna take literally forever, but as soon as we have those 3 books, we're literally golden and ready to go. I really badly need Frostwalker as well. It is getting so tiring falling down the snow all the time. So I think I've went through about 20 different chests, if not 30. Not having any luck whatsoever getting a single book. It's alright. I don't care. It is what it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just change up the strategy. I genuinely believe that I'll have more luck just fishing. I know, right? This is on some real old school stuff, but I just need 2 more books. I know that's gonna maybe take a little while, but honestly, man, I think fishing actually might be the way. I'm not even kidding you. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll just, we'll just go from there. So I think it's pretty safe to say that fishing is not the way to go either. I'm almost out of durability on this fishing rod, and I've gotten myself a lily pad, a few bones, and fish. If I can just dig out an area, I don't know if a wandering trader will be able to spawn on all of this snow right here. I genuinely do not know the answer to that question. But what I'm thinking was that if I start changing this thing out, and instead of having snow around here, I could start throwing in like a bit of gravel and some cobblestone and stuff like that. It would change in to just normal blocks, and that for sure 100% is a spot that a wandering trader would be able to spawn on. So if I just started clearing out an area like this right here, and then maybe I just started throwing in some cobblestone and gravel just for like a walkway leading into this, well, I guess we'll call it a village that we have going. It's not really anything yet, but we're just gonna keep on working on it. I think I'm just gonna have it be gravel and cobblestone being the pathway going around the village. Damn, bro. That definitely annihilates my shovel so quickly, though. That's okay. I'm actually just gonna make a diamond shovel just cause. I already got a decent amount of diamonds, and I feel like it wouldn't be too bad to go down for a quick little other trip and just get a few more if I start running out. Definitely seems like this world is giving me somewhat solid of diamond luck. But yeah, if I can just clear this area out a bit more, hopefully it would at least give it a decent amount of space for the actual wandering trader to spawn at some point. When he does decide that he cares enough to do that. He will then spawn with 2 llamas, which, if I kill those 2, that gives me leather, and I then have enough. I'm more than likely just gonna level it all out, to be honest with you. I don't think I want to have it go up and down. I think I'm just gonna literally level it out instead. So I can literally just easily like expand out to the sides, and this should, bro. I feel like this diamond shovel is literally gonna be gone in like a few seconds, but it's okay. This is actually incredibly easy and satisfying though. My plan for the village is just to set up a couple of things. So I want to have this pathway right here leading up to a trading hall that's going to be just the middle house of this entire village. The village doesn't need to be anything extremely ginormous. It really doesn't, but I want it to be like a somewhat decent size where I can put in a lot of effort and a lot of work. From here all the way down to there, there's 21 blocks. I'm thinking if I do 30 blocks in, that will be what's going to be the middle of this village probably. Or maybe we'll say that's where the house is going to start being built from. That means that this line right here is 30 blocks from here all the way down to there. It is also going to make all the cobblestone that I have lying around actually useful, which is kind of nice. I really do hope this is actually going to enable the wandering trader to spawn around here. And what's quite nice as well is that we can just take these pathways and just easily add a line in here that just is going to lead to, for example, the mineshaft tunnel we have right here. And for one of the few times in my life, I'll actually have to spend a little bit of time genuinely getting gravel, which I kind of already did, but for once ever, gravel will be useful. That's not a sentence you hear very often playing Minecraft. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna build the town hall in the middle out of. That's just kind of something we'll figure out as time goes by. With a block right there and there, that means that is the beginning of the town hall that we're gonna build. Let's maybe try and quickly clear out a little bit of this snow around here to open up the area. This is some pretty decent progress. I'm definitely starting to see how this is gonna look as soon as it comes together a bit more. I have a decent amount of materials on me right now, so I can still keep working a little bit on it, but it does mean that we are very close to having to go out and find yet another place, because this is probably going to take a lot of tearing down all these different outposts, but I feel like it's worth it, man. And then on top of that, when I've actually finished it, like this isn't just like a normal easy build just chopping down a few trees. This is a lot of effort, man. This build is like some heavy effort build, man. I gotta say, bro, it's crazy how much just not being able to get any saplings just changes everything. I don't really mind having to run out and find a few more of these places, because it does kind of end up potentially leading to a few more books. That's very much so potentially, but it definitely could happen. That's me being pretty optimistic with the luck that I've had as of yet, but it's still, you know, there is that chance. Let's actually try right now, since we are just kind of standing around right now. I want to try and see how I just connect these two sides. I think all I really do is just this. I think it's as simple as it gets. I just elevate this by 1. Really don't feel like anything over the top is quite necessary for this, if I'm being honest. And then to make it look a bit better, since this does look pretty shitty, maybe I do a block there on each side. Obviously, we gotta fill this in as well, which is already done there. Maybe if I fill it in... Nope, that's not the way. If I grab stairs that just kind of goes around. Let's take a quick step back and turn around, and yeah, that works. That definitely works. Maybe adding a few slabs right there might make it look even better from the outside. I'd probably need a few more, actually. Maybe pop one there and then one there as well. Same goes for here. And then we connect this all the way through on the other side. I think this works. Let's take a step back real quick and take a look at that. I think it works. Yeah, I like it. That works for me. One thing that I definitely need to change though is I need to remove this block and that block and then have it connect like this right here instead, because this is going to make it look much, yeah, that's much more smooth coming in. I think for now, let's actually take a step back, go out and ransack another outpost for some more materials. I want to turn one of these villages into a toolsmith, so if we can just quickly do this right here, we can have ourselves a smithing table. Let's just pop that down, and then any willing person, there we are, this guy right here. So what I gotta do is just buy a few of these stone pickaxes. I do not have enough emeralds, so where's the guy? This guy, our trusty old big boy right there. That gives me 16. All right, that gives me the level up for this guy, which now he will then take, yes, he will actually take iron. I don't have a lot of iron. I have a decent amount, so we can probably sell all of this right now. That should level him up once again. It unlocks diamond hose and also iron shovels. So if we, how much iron do I have lying around? I have 17 right there. Bunch of ingots, nothing in there, nothing in here either. There are so many iron golems right there, which is really, really cool. And I should probably actually utilize this to get iron. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna throw this in and we're gonna smelt this down so we can get even more iron. Obviously, we gotta utilize these ingots as well. Might as well, right? One thing I could do, which would probably be smart, is I could have a zombie hit one of these guys, then use the splash potion of weakness to cure him back, and then every trade would be much cheaper. It's also going to be really simple to do because I can literally just grab bro and then put him out there, have a zombie annihilate his backbones, pause, and that's going to be that, basically. So we might actually do that. That could be probably pretty smart. Let's see, this guy is willing to trade once again, which is perfect. That gives me 36. So while we wait for it to be nighttime again, I'm going to take you into the base right here, which sadly it started raining, which is then snowing, and everything has just been literally covered up. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. That's, yeah, that kind of rough, but it is what it is. That's going to happen either way where I decide to be in this world, unless I just make everything a slab instead, but then nothing will be able to spawn there like I wanted the Wandering Trader to do. The base itself is starting to grow. As you can see, I've completed this side and this side as well, so it's expanding quite a lot. It's also becoming nighttime, isn't it? I have just noticed I have missed a few details right here, so we quickly gotta fix that, bro. We gotta make that look a lot better. Unfortunately, I am very, very short on materials at the moment. I can do a little bit more, but really not that much. But it's pretty simple, bro. I've gotten the pattern down pretty solidly. It's just chop, chop, boom, chop, boom, chop, boom. Of course I mess it up, bro. But it's basically just as simple as this. That's all I gotta do, and we will have a wall in no time, which is nice. But that would require me to have a lot more materials, which I do not have. But I like the design, man. I think the design looks really, really solid, and it definitely works in my opinion. It is nighttime right now, which is perfect. I'm also at level 40 at this point, man. So I got a lot of levels on me, which is really, really nice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab golden apple. We have the splash potions of weakness. If I could then just make a little mini hut right here where we could lead a few zombies into, and we can then place down some villages in here. That should be a quick and nice. If we can just lure a few zombies into here. Oh, there's already one. That's all we needed actually. So that's perfect. Come on inside, my G. Welcome. Oh, maybe don't annihilate me though. There we are. Yeah, those guys will get taken care of easily. Perfect. Then all I gotta do is just wake some of these guys up. I can probably just place that there. They're all sleeping, so it's no worries. We got a guy right here. He shouldn't die from this, right? He's just gonna turn into a zombie, I believe. And I might as well be smart about this, right? And just grab a handful of these villages. All of them are gonna become useful at some point, so I might as well grab a bunch of those guys and just put over here. I might even, right, I think I can do it twice to them. Like the second time it will be even more efficient. So if I can just grab a few, I have 6 golden apples right now. I could even make more, but I think 6 for now is plenty fine. I probably won't need to do it to this guy. It won't really matter. Can't have this guy get in here. We cannot have that guy come in here. Okay, he's not able to get in there. He's gonna be way too aggressive. Okay, you know what, man? 5 is what it is. 5 is just what it is. So I just gotta kill the actual zombie. Can you go away? You're trying to ruin this, aren't you? Oh, there's still one guy there. I didn't even notice this guy was not being turned in. Let me just quickly get away so we can actually get turned. Have you guys done it? No? All right, that is all of them. Then all we gotta do is just potion of weakness, which probably took all of us. Now, obviously, I'm not a dummy. I know that these guys are gonna end up turning each other into things again. So, oh, I can't pick them up. I thought I could pick them up. Ooh, not great. As soon as one of them turn, I'll grab it. That's what I'll do. The plan is just to literally have them. Okay, actually, oh yeah, we can just lure. Lure. There we are. This works. It works. It takes its time, but it works. No. Damn it. Why? How did he get in here, by the way? Wait, how did he get in there? Bro, how? Do you freaking mind? What a douchebag, bruv. Bro, what a douchebag, man. That's so bull. How did he get in there? I don't get it. I didn't think that was gonna be, I don't know. Yeah, that's really annoying. That is very, very annoying, but at least these two guys will be turns. We'll have two, and that probably one of them he killed was actually the one that I'd already been working on, so that was quite a waste. No, not the stonemason as well, right? Freaking hell, bro. Dumb iron golems, man. Just gonna make sure those guys are blocked in, because it is gonna become daytime in a second right here, so I'll just sleep it out. And then any second these guys should transform into actual proper villages, and then we'll just have to work a little bit on them again. I still have plenty of apples, golden apples. Wait, how did he get up there? Oh, there. Oh, there. Gee God, I forgot. This is still solid. It's alright. Definitely lost out on a few villagers, but it's okay. Let's just pop these down so we can actually have these guys breed again. Oh, there's another one that grabbed the mason then, because the other one... Yeah, of course. Of course. Makes sense. We don't want that though, actually. We don't want you to do that because you're going to be expensive, bruv. You are alright. You are not quite alright yet. You're taking your time, aren't you? Pop this down, let him grab the job. He will be a 4. You know what? A 4 is fine. 4 is more than fine, bro. It's still a really, really, really freaking good trade, man. Oh, whoa, lucky. Okay, lucky. This guy is still the guy. Whoa. Only 1 due to him being cured? Bro, I should have done that, man. I did not know it was that good. Learning from my mistakes right here. That is extremely powerful. That is much better than I thought it was going to be. I did not expect it to be that good. From a 4 to a 1 is a massive difference. So we'll just have to wait until this guy is able to trade once again, which he should be in a really short amount of time. Honestly, for the time being, I'm just going to literally leave these guys right here. It's just kind of easier just to split them up right now. Perfect. What? 1 emerald for a diamond axe is ridiculous. How is that? What? I did not know this was... Silk touch, efficiency, and unbreaking. 1 emerald. Bro, I'm buying. You know what, man? I'm buying all of it. I'm buying all of it, bro. Holy... How? Since when? I didn't know it was this powerful. How did I not know that? Unfortunately, no shovel. That's alright. Dear God, bro. That is some mad stuff. Holy. Talk about absolute top tier stuff. Basically right now I would need to get a lot more iron, since I kind of want to get a few more to see if I can get some even better stuff in terms of tools. There's actually a lot of things that we need to do right now because I'm pretty bad off at the moment. Obviously better armor would be nice. It's not the most important thing in the entire world. Tools is rather decent. I would like to get some shovels that's diamond as well. That'd be pretty good. What I mostly need is I need to once again for like the 50th time go to a pillager outpost and grab a lot more materials, since I'm not able to finish off any of this build with the stuff that I have right now. I would definitely love to build a cool trading hall right here as well, which I feel like it's going to become in very handy. And now that we are really starting to get a lot more into the trading, this trading hall would make a lot of sense. I think I've gotten myself a little plan right now. I just had to think about it, and I'm realizing what's going to be smart to do right now. So what I want is I want myself a armorer, because I want to get some better armor. I think that would be really good to get. For me to level up this armorer, I will need, first of all, obviously I'll need a blast furnace. But the most important aspect of it is I'll probably have to wait for another nighttime to really get him down and be able to level him up much faster. I need a lot of iron to level him up, so I'll need to find a way to kill these iron golems pretty easily, which I think is not going to be too hard. I just gotta maybe find some lava or something like that. I don't want to risk it by killing them, I think. But to start off with right now, all we need is we need a blast furnace. I've gotten a furnace right here. I then need 5 pieces of iron. I only have 1 left at the moment, so I will have to kill a few of the iron golems. Then I need to smelt down this stone right here to make it into the smooth stone. And then while we're at it, we might as well do a little bit more trading with this guy right here. And I probably will have to go on another journey down into the water to get even more emeralds. But we have a decent amount at the time right now. I need to get a bucket of lava, but I'm not really sure where there's any open spots with lava out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly fix this portal right here. I'm not really interested in spending all that much time inside the nether in this world. That's just not really what this world is about. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly fix this up. Oh, of course, we got this right here. We gotta quickly fix that. Kinda lame that crying obsidian is not allowing you to make a portal. That's actually really a shitty play. Like, why are they not upgrading that, by the way? That's actually like really dumb when you think about it. Anyways, the fact that that's actually not a part of the game is ridiculous to me. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, what a spawn. Okay, let me quickly get out. Whoa. What a absolutely ridiculous spawn. Holy hell. Honestly, the play might be to go to the nether to get books. I've not really thought about that. How have I not thought about that? That's like the easiest way to get a bunch of books easily, because you get them quite commonly in these temples. Okay. Yes, that's what we don't want to have happen. That is such a ridiculous spawn. That is such a absolutely ridiculous spawn, by the way. How did that just happen? That made my day. That really made my day, bro. Okay, there's a lot to do right now. I'm really excited about this. Okay, here is what we need. We need to grab this. We still don't have any iron, which doesn't really matter. I'm gonna grab one of these guys right here and put him in here. Okay, all I need is for this guy to just follow me without the golems getting angry. Well, they can get angry, they just can't notice him. Alright, this is the best I can do. Oh my god, bro. That could have killed me. Alright, so let's try that again. That one I can only blame myself for. But this time we're getting a decked out one, so that's even better, right? Okay, it's gonna explode, isn't he? Trapped ya. Alright, this poor little scared guy all alone out here. Whatever are you gonna do, right? Well, you're gonna be standing here with a goddamn zombie trying to ruin you. Oh, never mind. If I ever start to run out of weakness potions, we can just literally like ransack another igloo and we'll get more. So let's pop that and let's have you chuck that. And within a short few minutes, you will be mine. I think we should definitely go inside the nether and explore, honestly. Like, I think that's really awesome, bro. That could probably give us the book that we need. What just blows my mind right now is the fact that like, this is the first time I'm realizing that. I know that sounds ridiculous when you hear it, but I genuinely didn't think of it until now. And for the love of everything, I just simply can't even tell you why I didn't think of it. Like, is it because I'm maybe not the brightest guy in the world? Yeah, sure. That's probably actually it. There's probably no other explanation that needs to be done right here. Got decent stuff on me. Let's just throw in a bunch of stuff that we definitely are not going to need inside the nether. Handful of building blocks never hurt anyone going into the nether, that's for sure. My armor is pretty trash, but I think I'll be okay. I do think I'll be okay. I'm just going to quickly go in there. We should be alright. That's basically the gist of it. Alright, baby. So we got a lot of blazes, which is pretty dope. I definitely like that. Let's see. I'm gonna make it as safe for myself as possible for the time being, but also for future visits in here. Let's say that. Alright, you know what, man? Let me just quickly get away from here. There's a lot of... Oh, okay. So that is... Oh, almost fell in. Almost fell in. Ooh, these things are bugged. That's good for me, bro, because I didn't even notice that. Okay, if I can just make my way through here and somehow, someway find maybe a chest or two, that's really all I'm asking for. I feel like I've probably come in here way too underprepared. Alright, I'm gonna gather a few materials so that I can actually build and survive in here. That's probably the best thing to do right now. Okay, let's see. So the actual proper castle is right there. If I can just... Oh, there's chest right there. There's chest down there, so this is me on the right path. Alright, come on. Give me the good stuff. Give me some chest. Oh, definitely don't need that. Oh, I was about to hit that guy. That'd have been a horrible mistake, actually. Thank God blazes aren't really that strong. Alright, let's go. Chest number 1. Dookie. Chest number 2. Also Dookie. Huh, not quite what I was hoping for. I feel like making my way over here is pretty solid, actually. Okay, my portal back is right up there. That is what I did not want to have happen. Alright, here we go. More chests. That is also another horrible chest. I'll take a diamond. And that is just absolute... Bro, what are these chests? There's so many chests here, bro, and they're all trash. And they're all trash. What is that? 4 chests and literally, absolutely not even a little thing that's worth it. maybe accept the diamond, but come on now, I don't really need it. How is that real? I don't even understand how that's real, bro. I cannot believe that. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm back in. I'm back in. Never mind. I thought I was out, but I'm not. I wanted to be out. The game was like, nah, you ain't out, my guy. Wonder if this thing actually went through the portal, though. That's an issue. Come on, come on, come on. It did. Damn, how do you just... Can you just, like, get a freaking way from me? Damn, holy shit, the lag is crazy. That luck is actually so bad. We now finally have access to a bunch of armor. Hello, world. Would you please load in? We now have endless access to diamond armor. He was actually down to 1 for every single thing, so I just ended up buying a bunch of it, which I've gotten right here, which we can now just start combining or even enchant. We have Protection 2 helmet with Respiration, Aqua Infinity, and Unbreaking. So those helmets are very, very solid and are going to help me a bunch going down and getting more emeralds from the clay. Protection 2 chest piece, which is pretty decent. Protection 2 boots as well, and then Protection 2 legs. Overall, this is actually just really, really good stuff, man. I'm quite happy with this. So I'm gonna grab one of each because, well, we got a bunch of it now, so we don't really have to worry about that, and we can always buy more. So let's throw all of this in right here, and now we got at least some decent armor for now, and then we can always make it better as soon as we're able to enchant. I don't actually know how much more this will help with the breathing underwater, but it's probably gonna be insane, right? Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, this is nuts, actually. I thought it was way less than this. Yeah, this is gonna make it much, much easier, man. Holy, this is wild. How did I not know that this was that good? If only it was gravel, bro. Look at the amount of gravel that's just literally everywhere around here. It's so nuts. Fortunately, that is just not what it is, though. So I've been thinking a little bit about exactly how I wanted to build the house in there for the actual trading hall, and I think I have come up with a pretty decent idea that is actually going to work really, really well with a few different things. Let me paint you a picture of exactly how I think this is going to be. So it's going to be a 3 doorway, right? That's going to just lead in a little bit, and then let's, for example, just for the fun of it, say right here, there is going to be an enchantment table. Then we're going to obviously have our books around here, but around that, I would then have stairs leading up to layer number 2. So it would be a front area right here where there's a few villages in here you can be able to trade with, but then you walk up and there's then another layer around where you can also do some trading. Obviously, I still need to actually be able to get the enchantment table before doing that, but I think that is going to work pretty well, and I feel like it would look really cool and just fit in super nicely. The actual materials I want to build this out of, I'm not 100% sure with yet because I don't really have any other types of wood. Obviously, I have a little bit of bird, but I ain't building it out of birds. That's just not happening. So unless this wandering trader somehow, some way, at some point is actually going to end up spawn, I'm just going to figure it out. I do not exactly know what type of wood I want to build it with, but for now, I think that is definitely at least a good idea to start off. What I think I want to do right now, though, is that I want to just get in and go for it. And what I mean by that is, like, I now have decent armor. I have decent basically everything at this point. So I think I'm going to make the trip into the nether. Like a proper trip into the nether where I'm like not getting out of there until I actually have enough books. I have basically about everything that I would need right now in my inventory. So I think we're just going to get in there. We're gonna get this over with, and we're just I think enough is enough at this point, right? Enough is just simply enough at this point. Like, let's just get this over with and actually get this done, man. I've been talking about this way too much throughout this entire video, man. So yeah, let's just actually pick ourselves up and get it over with. I probably will have to run to another fortress though, which is all right, man. So we can just explore a little bit out. Like I said, don't want to spend too much time in the nether. I don't know, man. I don't really like it. I hate being in the nether. It's really just one of those things that I prefer just not being in there. So what I think I might do is just try and literally go through this wall and see if it can lead me to another area just on the other side of this mountain that might potentially actually have another one of the fortresses. I feel like the further and further we get into this video, the more of a dum-dum I realize that I am. It's kind of rough. I don't know what's going on in this video. Like, I don't think I've ever been this brain dead in a video ever before. Like, there's so many obvious things that I'm just completely missing that I can do in this world. I really don't know what's going on with me. But basically, we got this place right here. What this means is, this means Hoglins, which means leather. Or it also means that I could literally just trade with these guys right here with gold, and I could also get leather from that. So there's plenty of ways for me to actually get leather. I just apparently can't really think. Obviously, I gotta be a little smart around here. This isn't the safest place in the world, but I think it shouldn't be too tough. So all I need to do is just skim a little bit around here and then find a few hoglins, get a few pieces of leather, and in turn I will literally have endless books. I do have my safety bow with 11 arrows should anything come to a real bad spot. Okay, the area that I'm in right now is not really filled with any sort of mobs. There's no real hoglins, or there's gas right there, which I actually gotta be really careful about. All I'm trying to do is just to find a few hoglins. See, there's plenty of mobs around here, but it's not the ones that I need. Look at that. Look at how many hoglins is literally over there. That is absolutely amazing. How am I gonna get over there though? It is such an awful spot from here. This is so risky, by the way. This is absolutely risky. Is there anything on top of me that could fall down? I'm gonna try and play this as safe as I can, and I think using the words "as I can" probably is the main thing right now. There's nothing safe about this. Alright, if I can just quickly get my way over here, we should be good. Alright, this turned out a lot better than I thought it would. This was not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know for a fact I'm pretty far away from my portal, so I might as well utilize the situation that I have right now and kill as many of these as I can. Oops. Okay. Can't hit that. What about this? Here we are. Perfect. There we are. Come on, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Perfect. Okay. Oh, yeah, I also got an ancient debris. I forgot about that. Did grab that. Only one, but still pretty cool. But yeah, of course, nowhere near enough for anything useful. All right, so that was only 2 hoglins, and I'm pretty certain I saw at least 3 over here earlier. Of course, they might have ended up despawning in the meantime. Gotta be really careful, but I feel like I can connect both of these sides right here. I'm absolutely overdoing this, but I'm all about my safety. Okay, this area is pretty decently open, so maybe something spawns around here, or maybe nothing does. While I'm here, I might as well grab a little bit of soul sand. I feel like I might not need it necessarily, but I think just grabbing a little bit, you never really know, do you? All right, and full stack is definitely gonna do it. There's a little baby right there. So fast. It's so fast. So annoying. There we are. He's taking up the spawn rate. Alright, there's another hoglin. There's another one right there as well. Okay, that's 2. Okay, they don't do as much damage as I thought they would, but I still gotta be careful though. That brings me 2 pieces of leather, which basically this is actually enough now. I don't actually have to worry whatsoever anymore, but I'm still gonna kill a couple more since I am here. I might as well. That's now 3, so that means that I can also save the book that I already have. That dropped nothing. I might as well just be smart right now and say that I have what I needed, and therefore I'm just gonna leave. There's no point of actually doing any more and risking. Ended up being absolutely annihilated, so... Oh my god, no way. How did I not notice that? What? Bro, oh my god, there's 2. I've literally just run right past these. 2 pieces of ancient debris. What? That is like genuinely crazy. That puts me at 4 pieces of ancient debris, which is not bad whatsoever. I wonder if that popped up in the video before, or... That's crazy, bro. I just did not even see that. In reality, I don't really care too much about ancient debris because I don't think I'll spend that much time going for it, but I think cool is still cool, right? So now the main question is, where is my way back? That's what I need to figure out. I don't even remember. I've been going through so much at this point right now that I literally can't remember, but I have screenshotted the coordinates. So worst case scenario, I just gotta follow those. I don't exactly know where I had this from, but I was almost 100% confident that one of the times that I was running out to actually find one of those pillager outposts to grab a bunch of trees, I thought I had seen a couple of sugar canes around. Apparently so, that is not the case. I just went into a test world just to kind of search the world around a little bit and see if there's actually sugarcanes in this world. There isn't. I don't know why I remember seeing that. As far as I can tell, that is simply not the case whatsoever. I have not even found one I did not find anything and I searched for a decent amount of time. I truly don't know where I had the idea that was the case. I really don't know. But it's alright, it doesn't really matter. We have a bunch of gold, which is absolutely perfect. I don't really need all the gold. Obviously, I want a decent amount of golden apples to actually utilize on a bunch of these villagers, but it doesn't really matter too much at the moment since I've gotten so much. So my simple plan is just to get a decent amount of gold ingots, go into the nether, and just do a bit of trading. I really don't know why, but I was so confident that I had seen it. For like the 50th time in this video, I am simply just wrong and just... Well, I don't know what's going on at this point, man, but if we just quickly run in here, find a piglin, trade with the guy, it shouldn't be an issue. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, apologize for the stupidity that I'm putting you guys through watching this video. I don't know what's going on, man. Usually it's not this bad. Alright, we got a guy right there, down there. Hello with you, my guy. Oh dear god. Oh dear god, bro is powerful. Oh dear god, bro does a lot of damage. Alright, maybe I should have brought some gold armor. Just maybe I should have brought some gold armor. I can always just make some, but yeah, this should be okay. That was literally 2 stacks of gold and he didn't give me a single book. I got more leather than I could ever dream of, but literally not a single book in 2 stacks. That's crazy. I ran through about 3 full stacks right now of gold ingots. I've collected a few more, but I came across this bastion right here, which I really wanted to check out. This is one of those ones where it's like a massive opportunity to actually get something for once. Gotta be really sneaky about this though. This is like one of the riskiest things, but we can do it. I should probably prepare myself as much as I possibly can. Holy smokes, bro. Holy. God, I hate the nether. I was just trying to prepare myself and that just went so sideways, brother. Alright, we just slowly but surely move in and hopefully we find some chests in here. Oh, I just dug myself all the way over to the other side. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so this was kind of like just the side of it, but it's really down here it's going on. Cool. Bastions is kind of one of those ones that, once again, I'm not too familiar with. It's surprising that I've played this game for so long, but there's so many things that I just never really explored. I'm so weird when it comes to like what interests me. Okay, this guy won't attack me, which is really nice. That guy will, though. That guy will. Oh my god. Oh, yo, holy. Oh my god. Whoa. Holy, bro. That is ridiculous. Oh. Oh, man. That got a little too close for me, man. Alright. Dear God, that was almost incredibly awful. That was crazy. Okay, so because I have to attack the brutes, that means that these other guys will attack me as well, which means I'll just literally put on the actual good boots. Damn. That was wild, though. That was actually wild. There are so many as well. I think it's safe to say that I have underestimated this a lot. See a chest right there. Do I spot anything else? There's probably gonna be something like up here and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I have a bunch of arrows, which I might as well utilize to try and take some of these guys out, actually. Okay, the bow is really shitty, though. It does like second to no damage. Alright, a couple of them is now down. This is gonna make it a lot easier. Oh, there's a gold block. I'll take that, actually. Kinda at a point right now where, well, slowly but surely running out of gold with the amount that I've spent, so I don't know how much these guys respawn after you take them out, so I'm just trying my best to kill as many as I can to move in here and make it as safe as possible for myself. So we got this one chest right here, which is nothing too crazy. Want to make sure I take care of as many of these guys around as I can. If that guy's taken out as well, that probably means that there might be like one guy left in there, but for the most part everything should be safe. So if I can just get myself up, quickly look around, looks as safe as it can be right now. Let's open this. Netherite scrap is cool. More arrows is actually really cool. Nuggets. That's basically it, right? Yeah, I don't really care about the rest of it. Oh, we got a chest right there. Iron. It seems like I have stumbled on another one on my way back home. So I think let's try and very slowly make our way down. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's a pretty nice thing I see right there. Okay, I don't know how big this is or like anything. This was just kind of randomly appearing on top of there before, so let's play it safe, step by step. Let's go for this first chest. There shouldn't be anything near. Lodestone? Damn. Okay, we take it because honestly I don't know why. Ooh, okay. Come on, baby. Bro. This is ridiculous, bro. How is everything so unbelievably shitty? I truly wish I knew the answer, but this is just ridiculous at this point. Diamond shovel is nice. You know what, man? Finally, we're actually getting our diamond shovel. I don't know what I would need these scout banners for, so they're going. Okay, they didn't see me. I just got away from there real quick. They didn't see me. I think enough is enough. I'm not risking it anymore. Ooh, actually, we got a guy right there, which we got a decent amount of gold once again, so let's do a little bit more trading since we got a bunch of guys right here. So this should be hopefully, finally something. Just something, man. Just anything, honestly. According to Google, there's a 1.03 something like that % chance of them actually dropping a book, and since I've given them about 200 and just, well, with these it's probably like 300 plus with no books, I feel like it's about time. Like any second now it's probably gonna happen. Yeah, I know I'm probably being optimistic. Yes! Oh my god, bro. Finally won. I just need one more, man. Mathematically, I should have had about 3 at this point. I know you can't do mathematically, but still. I should have had like 3. Holy smokes, bro. This... Is this like 4 or 5 stacks or something like that? Why are you shooting at me? Bro, I got boots on. Why are you shooting at me? Bro, I've got boots on. What are you on about? I don't get that. All right. Jesus Christ. Just one silly little book away, but I have literally no gold left. Which means that I'll have to go around mining for it. But finally. Got just about another stack of gold right here. So hopefully this will be the last time I'll have to do this. 20 bucks as it won't though. There goes the pickaxe. And of course, still no book. Oh, bro, I thought those boots were a book, bro. I really thought they were because they were shining. Yes! Oh my god. Thank you so much, bro. 2 books. Yes! I'm just gonna, for the fun of it, see if I actually just will get one more. Like, it won't even matter, but I feel like it probably will happen now. And last but not least, the... Come on. There we are. Alright. 2 books, 1 back home, 46 days, and me doing a trillion different things to actually get it done. It's finally done. We finally did it. I cannot believe it. Dear Lord Almighty, we finally did it. We finally did it, man. That is absolutely ridiculous that it took this long. All we need to do right now is to make ourselves a grindstone. Let's quickly smelt down some of this cobblestone so we can actually get stone to make this grindstone. Then let's make some stone slabs, which then will unlock the grindstone. And all I need is just sticks, and boom, just like that, we have the grindstone. And then somewhere around here we have the last book, which is right there. We already have this guy that has a job. We also have this guy that has a job, and I believe... Oh, we also have this guy, right? Okay, so we have 4 guys that's got jobs in here. So what I need right now is I need to wait for another nighttime. And as soon as that nighttime hits, I'm just gonna transfer another villager into a zombie, cure him, because I believe I do have golden apples on me right now, which is perfect. I also have potions of weakness right there. That should then give him a very solid trait that I can utilize. I suppose while we do wait for the nighttime, what we can start off by doing is just disenchant all of these books right here. That gives us 3 books. Let's make some slabs. Of course, we gotta make ourselves a bookshelf and then pop that in there. How is it you make it? That right there. I was really far away from making that correctly though. While it is daytime, let's just grab another villager so we can just take him over here, at least for the time being, so we already have him. Quickly gotta make sure he can't escape. Hahaha, you thought you could, but you couldn't, man. And it seems like it's gonna be nighttime almost now. And finally, it is time. It is actually finally time. Let's pop this down and let's see what he gets for this job. Simply just bookshelves with paper. I'm gonna try and switch that out for bookshelves and some sort of enchant instead. Curse of Binding. You think you're funny, brother? I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't know what that is. Feather Falling 3, bro, okay, never mind. I was about to say, I'm actually quite fine with that, but it doesn't have bookshelves. Silk Touch, for now, I don't really care. I just really want the bookshelves, man. That's all I really need. How many emeralds do I even have? I'm pretty certain I have basically second to none, actually. 8. I have 41 pieces of iron right now, which we can just grab, and we can actually make a good amount of emeralds from that. Then we even got a couple of ingots, which we can also utilize. So let's just go over here and quickly do a little bit of trading so we just have a decent amount of bookshelves. Obviously, he won't be able to take that many, I just realized that. Fine, we have 20, I'm okay with it. So let's just get into him and let's buy all of the bookshelves he wants to trade with me. That is 6. Let's pop one of them down and then make sure we get some books now. Grab our obsidian. Do I only have 1 diamond right now? No way. I have more, right? Okay, I have 7. Okay. So 8 combined. Let's pop this inside here, do that, and then get the books. Whoops, that's not the right way. There we are. That right there. Enchantment table, bookshelves. Here we go, man. Here we really freaking go. Then we can trade with this guy once more. That brings us to 14, which now means we can get even more bookshelves. Thank you very much. And we have the lanterns open. You know it, baby. You know I need me them lanterns, man. I need me them lanterns, man. Let's go. We also have 45 levels, which is absolutely banging. He probably won't be able to actually trade iron for a little while, so we'll have to wait with that, which is a-okay. What that means for me is that if I can find the doors, there they are. I got dark oak doors right there. I'm gonna jump down into this water, spend the next few minutes getting myself a decent amount of clay so I can make even more emeralds. That will then give us enough for level 30 enchantment, and we can really start going. The only question is, are there even more clay? There's right there. Within a like solid distance right now, there's not much more clay. I've been taking most of it. About 9 stacks of clay. That's gonna rack in an insane amount of emeralds. Oh, damn, bro, getting a little stingy. Now he's taking 5? Damn, son. I could actually make him, oh, wow. Cool. I'll take that. I could probably actually transform him one more time, since that would make it even cheaper. It might actually go down to like 2 or something. Anyways, with those 18, we can now buy a whole bunch more, which puts us to 15. I'm gonna put it inside here right now, since we are gonna start working on this house. Now that we've gotten all of this BS out the way, finally we can really get to working on this, which I'm so unbelievably excited about. Door entrance right here. Then I want to have the opportunity to have a few villagers down here that I can trade with, just as I want on the other side, that then leads into this enchantment room where it has stairs going up on both sides. So just to kind of have an idea, obviously this is going to be the outer wall. Then I can have random block right there, villager, block, villager, block, villager, block, which means that I have 3 villagers to being able to trade with inside here. And that means then this right here is gonna just lead up, and then we would have the stairs, because we'll have the bookshelves going out here. Then we can have the stairs going up there. Yeah, I think the enchantment placement is probably solid right here, actually. If not, we will just have to change it, but I actually think that it works perfectly fine. Ah, damn it. I just completely misplaced that. I just literally misplaced that so hard. And I really didn't want to waste any wood because, well, wood is pretty tough in this world. I think I've said that enough times at this point. I actually might end up making the floor inside the house spruce floor, just cuz. What I think I for now want to do is I want to just grab a few of all of these different armors that I have here. Most important thing right now is honestly to focus on the pickaxes, because I think the pickaxes is going to be the most important thing, just to gather a bunch of different materials and stuff like that if we do have to go down in the mines. I would say second off would probably be the axes, since those are really required to get a lot of oak and stuff like that. Also, before we even go any further, what I could have done from the very start, which would have been very easy, I'm realizing that right now, it's not what I could have done from the very start, but as soon as I had the ender eyes, I could have just went to the actual stronghold and there would have been bookshelves literally everywhere in there. I get that. Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't. Anyways, let's start off by getting a few pickaxes that we can work with. So let's see. Oh, it's still 28? It's still only 28. Okay, so we need 1 more bookshelf and we can get the 30. I'm gonna grab a bunch, since I do think I actually just want to kind of have a few extra in there to spice it up a little bit. All right, there we are, level 30, and we start off with Silk Touch. No thank you, good sir. I don't need that. Pop in the axe, which is also silk touch. Silk touch doesn't really matter. Okay, efficiency 4 only is not that great. Efficiency 3 on a level of 30 enchantment? Are you trying to disrespect the fudge out of me, bruv? What? Who do you think you are? Hell no. What is that? Brother. Last what? Alright, like, is this real life? Because this is kind of ridiculous, man. Protection 3. What is happening? This is all trash. Okay, I'm just gonna do an efficiency 1. Efficiency 4. There we are. Unbreaking 3. Still not quite what I needed, but I'm okay with it. What is this? Why is it efficiency? What? Why is this so trash? Fortune 3, efficiency 4, and I believe this one had unbreaking on it, which means we can just scoop-de-whoop these guys together, and we got ourselves the banger, man. Alright, that is absolutely perfect. Then unbreaking 3 with efficiency 4, which means we can scoop-de-whoop these two together, and we'll have another bang. Then unbreaking 3 and fire protection, that is dookie. That's very dookie, actually. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and say this was not the most successful thing that I've done. But then again, it's very much intact with this entire video at this point, man. So definitely no surprises, that's for sure. We got a bunch of stuff that we can just throw in here. There's so much more that we can do in the future. Damn, would you calm down before I whoop your ass? And I mean it. I'll whoop your ass. I should actually get myself a decent shovel as well, so what I'm gonna quickly do is I'm gonna find a way to get back to level 30, which probably is just gonna be a couple of trading. Yeah, this guy's already ready for some more clay, and then this guy would probably be ready for iron. Alright, there we are. Thank you. I was about to say, bro, that should put me to 30. So now you just give me a good shovel with efficiency 4 and no unbreaking. Of course there wouldn't be unbreaking on it. I actually should not have sold all of my iron because I need to make an anvil. Alright, a little bit of a mistake. We've made plenty of those in this video, so there's nothing new about that. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to make a quick run down into the mines, get enough iron so we can actually make ourselves an anvil, so we can start combining all of these. And like that, we have our anvil. Let's just pop it down on the side right here, and let's start doing some combos. 13 for that, I'll take it. And then for these, it will be the same price. Alright. That leaves us with one left. Perfect. I'm taking it. Efficiency 5, Silk Touch, Unbreaking, Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, and Unbreaking 3. Perfect. Good. No levels left, which doesn't matter whatsoever. And all we gotta do at some point is just keep on stacking up. I need myself a better shovel because I'm gonna have to clear out so much of this around here, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. I genuinely cannot wait, bro. I think it's gonna be mad fun to do this, bro. I'm really excited to build this. Before I can do that, I need to do a lot of materials gathering. That is what I'm gonna get to. And then we can finally go crazy on this build. Ah yes, after surviving 53 days in this world, I finally realized that if I wanted to walk on powdered snow, all I would need to do is just get myself a pair of leather boots. Sometimes I really despise myself. For some reason in my brain I thought it would make sense to get the Frostwalker enchantment and put that on something, and that would then in turn do that. But the Frostwalker enchant is for walking on water, I believe, so that the water just turns into ice, which, well, we don't really need that in this world, that's for sure. Gotten ourselves a very decent amount of materials at this moment right now, so we're pretty stacked and ready to really work on this build. Now, like I said, everything is going to be pretty simple right here, so basically what we will need to do is that this right here would be the block where whatever job the villagers would need, that would be the job, and then right here and here we would just have a block in between, and we would literally have this go just all the way through like this right here, and then maybe in the front of it we would just throw down like a fence just to kind of keep him from getting out. Something very simple like that. Doesn't need to be anything crazy, and it should work pretty solidly. And obviously we're still gonna have the walkway in that's gonna lead into the staircase going all the way up for the next layer of this build. I'm honestly thinking of just making it dark oak wood because there is just no way around it, man. There's just simply is like no way around it with any other thing than wood. Unless I wanted to make the build out of stone, diorite, granite, and something like that, but I just don't feel like that. No, there's just something in me that like I really don't want to do that. So I do think doing the dark oak is just simply gonna be the way, man. Now I'm really uncertain exactly how this build is gonna end up being, but I think that going out like this right here, so it's just 8 blocks in between these 2 blocks on the sides, and it will then just stick around like that. And then I think using some of these bird stairs, that would just kind of easily, without too much issue, lead up to the next layer of the build. And in terms of how high it should be, I think it's actually just gonna be this exact layer that I have right here. So we would basically have villages in here, and then we would have this next layer on top here, where we would then once again have a few more villagers up here for some more trading. And then all I need to do is just kind of extend up on the sides right here to just have some sort of perspective of how it's going on from the outside. We could then just kind of build this up here, just extend it up. Exactly how high this area should be is probably around that size, seems fine to me. And then we could have these extend all the way through the sides. And I think for this house right here, because we did this to the wall where we, whatever the hell is called when you right click it, I'm not gonna do that here, just to kind of have it switch a little bit up at least, because it's gonna look so much alike due to the fact that I'm so limited on materials, at least wood materials, that I think doing it like this is probably the best way. Then maybe since the floor is like right there, maybe I could just extend it through like this. Maybe it would just give us something like that. Probably not, right? No, I don't like that really. Okay, it's at least gonna be just something like this right here, and then we can kind of figure it out as we go forward. Since this little mini mountain right here, mountain, that's not really, just microscopical little bittle hill is right here right now, I think that maybe my next step would be to just remove this, since it really just takes up so much space of what I need in terms of building. So I think let's quickly just get this gone, and it will just open up the area so much more and make it a little bit more simple for me to actually figure out exactly how this build is going to be. Okay, so I'm legitimately just down here trying to sit and figure out some sort of funny pattern to put into this to make it look a little better. What I'm coming up with right now is definitely not what we're going to end up with, but this is the greatest thing ever. Potentially. I'm ready. Please, for the love of everything that is beautiful in this world, let this be good. 58 days. I'm going to repeat myself. 58 days. This is what you give me. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm pissed off, but god damn, I am furious right now. I am furious right now. Are you actually like genuinely kidding me? This is 58 days finally. Come on, man. How is that real? Like, is there no limit to the disrespect, bro? Come on, man. That is genuinely the most disrespectful thing that I have seen in my life. Dear Lord, this is just wild, bro. How has that just happened, man? I cannot believe this is real. Alright, I'm still trying to come up with some sort of thing that's gonna work in here, and I've really can't figure out what it's gonna be, bro. I'm pretty close to going the simple thing and just kind of like literally do what I did on the actual thing around. But I don't know. Everything I do right now just looks shit. Everything that I do with this build literally looks garbage. Do I just really just keep it full on plain? Like literally nothing? As simple gets? I'm not happy with that either. I'll tell you one thing, bro. That right there with the stairs looks terrible. We are getting pretty close to actually finishing off the house. We've gotten basically all of the villager spots set up for the entirety of the trading hall. I've ran out of birds. I only have a few slabs and a few stairs left, so I'm gonna have to go out and get a bit more, because I do have to still fill in the back, fill down the floor inside here, so it's perfect. It doesn't really matter. I would have to go and find another outpost either way to actually get a bit more materials to finish off the wall. I still got a good amount of dark oak left, which is really, really nice, and now I know exactly how big the actual wall is going to be, since I have actually finished off the size of the house, and it's going to go to here. This block right here will probably be the last block of the entire house, which means I can start extending this wall all the way around and connect it into here, which is going to be really nice. And it's going to make me know exactly how much space I now have to work with for the rest of this village, and what else type of buildings or whatever I'm thinking that we could put in here, which I really do not know what it's going to be yet, but we'll just figure that out as we move on. But I'd say before any of that, I think I'd rather just start off by going out to another one of the outposts so I can get a few more materials. And then when we get back, we can finish off the house, and we can finish hopefully the rest of the wall, depending on how many materials it's going to require. But it's at least going to put us extremely close. That does it. We have now gotten the wall in all the way around, and we have a fully complete safe base. Well, I say fully and complete, and that's just not even true remotely. Like, we're really far off actually being where we want to be, but we are getting much closer. There's a lot of small details that I still need to do. Like, you can see these open areas right here. I still have to do a lot of adding in. I'm actually kind of thinking of sticking with these walls for the sides right here. I don't think it looks too bad. I think it looks fine. I just want to have these stairs going all the way around. But then we wouldn't have anything on the front though. That is true. That just looks so bad. And obviously you will be able to see these down here, which I definitely do not want. I think for the lower level, which you can't actually see, I should just fill it in like this right here. That would be pretty easy and not require too much. That actually almost even made it look better with just that filled in. You know what, bro? I think I'm doing that actually. Other than that, we will have these massive open areas right here where we can still do a lot of stuff around. Obviously, we will have the snow come in all the time and cover everything. So I definitely have to fix that. I was, gonna go with just this cool little path like we had earlier, which definitely is not going to work. This is simply just not going to work because it will just get covered up all the time, which is going to be extremely annoying. So instead of having it like this right here, there is a few different options that I could do, but none that I'm really interested in right now. So obviously I could get a massive amount of string and then fill the string on top of it, which, that's definitely doable, but I'm not really interested in doing that. I think what I'm interested in doing instead is honestly just make it slabs around here as well. So everything is just going to be like half a layer down, which won't really actually look too bad when the entire thing is like this. I don't think it's gonna hurt it visually. So instead of doing gravel and doing cobblestone, I'm gonna do cobblestone and then probably do andesite, because I'd say andesite is pretty decently close to looking like gravel without actually looking like gravel. Yeah, you can see this. I think this looks pretty fine actually. I'm actually kind of liking this. This pretty much works for me. Inside the house, the entire floor is just literally going to be birch wood. Since I've already decided to make the stairs out of birch, it kind of just makes sense for me to actually just fill it in completely with birch all the way around. So then we just turn it all into slabs, because that is going to save us so much in the long run. And then somewhere I have, there it is, bro. Holy jeez, I have 64 crying obsidian. I'm gonna just fill in the crying obsidian all the way around the enchantment table, because that just looks right. Like an enchantment table of crying obsidian, it works every single time. That's never gonna get old. And then I simply just have to change out the entire floor for this build right here, and it will basically be complete as soon as I've also gotten the roof up, which I'm gonna do right after filling in the entire floor. So I decided windows. I think that's just what we're gonna go with, bro. I don't know, man. It just feels like I kind of like the open of it, so I think house or windows? Windows it is, bro. No way around it. Simple as that. I just really wanted the windows. I've also made this path go all the way around the house on both sides, and even have this path right here leading down to where we go down and mine every now and then. So what I'm thinking is that I obviously want to start transforming this outside right here in the last few days that we do have left. I am thinking that I want to build some sort of house right here that leads down into the mines. Then somewhere over here, I want to build a small little place for a bunch of different beds, since I have so many beds lying in this chest right here, and we don't really have, we just have full-on trading in this place right here. I think I want to have some sort of place where it's just a place for the villagers to sleep, although they're never going to be able to get there. That's still the plan, right? So if we maybe build that somewhere around here, so mine entrance, housing area, then maybe on the back sides right here, I just throw in some farms. If we end up getting another wandering trader, I would like to plant a couple of trees in the back right here. Not expecting that to happen, but if that does happen, I'm gonna do that. For now, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start building this entrance to the mine. So since this is an entrance to the mine, I think I'm gonna try and build it out of tuff. I've never actually built anything out of tuff ever before, so I kind of think that could be fun, man. I really feel like I could maybe do, well, I can probably definitely do something that I've never ever done before, since this will literally be the first time I'm ever actually trying to build something with it. I might even also throw in a little bit of dark oak logs, because I actually feel like tuff and dark oak log is like a solid contrast with each other. It definitely doesn't sound like the worst idea to me. Obviously, I don't really have any tuff, so the first thing that I gotta do is I do have to go down into the mines for a little bit and actually gather just a little bit of tuff. I don't feel like we're gonna need all that much, but I want a little bit at least, like maybe a couple of stacks. All right, we have a bunch of tuff all the way around here, so this is absolutely perfect. Let me just grab a bunch. Alrighty, I've gotten plenty of materials and a cool little idea for this house. Something I should definitely do is turn one of these villages into a weaponsmith, because I've gotten so much flint from down in the mines. You just utilize this Fortune 3 diamond shovel, you get flint for days, bro. Like, it is actually insane how much flint I have. And it doesn't sound like the worst idea in the world to me to actually make some money out of it. So yeah, as soon as it gets another nighttime, we can probably have another zombie get yapped. And then we can utilize this blast potion. And then, do we have any other apples, or do I have to make one? I have 5 right there, so we got plenty right now. That's not what we gotta focus on right now. I kind of just want like a cozy little, I guess you can almost call it cute, but you know, like, calm yourself down. Cute and cute, but you know what I'm going for, hopefully. We'll see. Alright, so I don't have all that much oak and stuff left, so I gotta keep that in mind. But I definitely think we have what we need for the time being. So what I'm gonna start off with is I'm gonna place 3 of those guys here. And then if we just make a few more of them, we can then... The stairs thing is a little annoying because I have slabs right here. And obviously doors can't be placed on top of it. I think I'm just gonna make this entire village doorless. It's kind of seems to be like the better choice. But if we double up there, then we go 2 to this side and 3 to this side, and then turn it out 1. Let's go another one out here. Then let's just have it go all the way around, and then we can have this probably just connect right here. Seems fine to me. So this right here will basically be the actual size of the house. So let's actually put one right there. So 3 to this side, 4 to this side. Let's make a few tough stairs that we then just have go up like this, so it leads up to another little layer of the actual base. So then just like that. Then I want to mixture a bit of everything of the tuff in here, like just some of the normal tuff and then some of this like really good. This is actually really cool. These tough bricks look pretty freaking decent, man. But if we can just like decently push this in all the way around without making too much of a mess out of it, which I usually always do, that would give us something like this right here leading all the way around. Then what I could do is just have this lead up slowly but surely. Maybe we even make a couple of tough slabs to kind of level this up a little bit. Just like that. Oh, looks nice. Okay, yeah, I can work with this. Then obviously we gotta change the entire floor on the inside, because we can't have this, bro. We cannot have this at all. Just start off by filling it in with these guys right here. Then let's probably end up removing this other layer right here as well. I think this is where a little bit of the wood comes into play. Just to have some sort of floor inside. And then if we go up to this other layer... Yeah, that probably means that we'll have to raise the entire wall right here by 1. And then we can throw in all of these planks for another layer on top. Basically what I'm thinking this upper layer right here could be is just maybe a storage room or something like that. And then I gotta be pretty goddamn careful because I'm so low on materials. But I think I want to raise this layer up here just like this. And we can absolutely fill this in because this will work perfectly fine. And then let's just quickly fill in birch wood all the way around the sides right here. I'm looking at a couple of houses on Google right now, and I'm really inspired by one of them. I don't want to make it exactly like that build, bro, but I have one that is like really nicely inspiring me right now to do a lot of cool stuff with this. Something cool that build is utilizing that I kind of like to do is utilizing barrels in its build. I really like the idea of that. Basically what it would mean is that I just take these barrels and go all the way through right here. And then I take a lot of my wood and turn into trapdoors, which I know is absolutely ridiculous to do with the limited amount of materials that we do have, but god damn do I think this looks nice. Yeah, I really, really like that. Maybe we even make a button on each side, just like that. Yeah, I really like that, bro. Even one on the side right there. Then maybe on top of these barrels, we would just fill it in like that, but then we strip these down, but not the ones on the side. I have made such a bad mistake, bro, because I am completely out of materials any second now. Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice for the build, bro. You really do. Okay, let me try and actually fix this a little bit, what I've been doing, because it's not quite how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go all the way around, and then the bottoms is, or the buttons is right there instead. Yeah, that looks a little bit better as well. I think that helps a lot aesthetically. Take a step back, and then it kind of leans in all the way around. You know what? I'm actually gonna remove these right here. Not even to save materials, but actually because I think birch is gonna spice up the coloring of this build a bit more. I'll have to go out and get materials either way at this point, so it's completely fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine, but that was supposed to be over the door. Yeah, so these guys are just literally above the actual door. And then let's try and add slabs in all the way through the side. So we have a layer right there. And then leading into the actual finishing off of the roof. The roof would then be made out of a little bit of tuff. Let's try and take a step back. So it would have to be slabs under there, leading into the tuff, and then slabs going from this side over to the other side connected into one. And then we'd have to do a little bit of work on the sides right there just to kind of switch it up a little bit. That definitely works for me. Let's try and really quick connect this together if I even have the materials for it. Alright, I think that does it. Just a small little cool build that is just kind of, I don't know, man. It's very different from the builds that I usually do. I'm really trying to improve slowly but surely on most of my builds. This is just like a little starter thing. I think it's definitely better than the stuff that I usually build. I think I want to do this a lot more going forward. Actually incorporating tuff blocks into the build seems like a really, really good idea. I don't know what it is about it, but I really, really enjoy it. What I think would be nice to actually do right here is to, on the side right here, maybe I make a small little garden of sorts, just with a few crops and, you know, just to kind of do something with the side. I think that would work quite nicely. Maybe I could utilize some of this tuff to make a few tuff walls. There's a few different type of tuff walls. I can do polished tuff walls, tuff brick wall, and just casual tuff walls. I think that maybe that would look really cool around here. It does actually require me to go and find some dirt because I literally have 0 dirt. As soon as this has grown up, we could then replant it, and it should probably fill out the entire farm right here. So it looks pretty solid, just a little extra farm. It just kind of adds a little life to the actual city type of thing that we're trying to build right here, whatever you want to call it. I think that as soon as I've added another house on this side, that's really gonna spice up the area. And then maybe if we have some extra time, we can always start working on making this look a little bit better going down. But the most important thing will be this upper area for the time being. But before I can do any other build, I would probably have to visit another outpost now, since I'm so completely dried out of materials. So let's see what we can try and pluck up with this house right here. I have a couple of ideas, and I think it's going to be really, really cool. I think I want to stay in the sort of theme that this house has, but definitely not make like just a copy paste. I want to make this definitely a bigger version of it as well, since it's going to hold beds and it's going to be more like a bedroom house, right? I'm thinking something like this right here being the entrance to the house, and then we just kind of walk in and we got it all going on. So I wanted to line, see this right here, the path. I could extend this path going all the way over here. So basically we just have this entire thing just connect all the way out to this wall. So basically the house just has to line up with this one right here. So then maybe what we could do is we say that this right here, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, how far is there to here? Also, we can't make it. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. 1, 2. So there's going to be 5 blocks in between, I think. And then basically I could just do something like this right here, because I don't know why, but I kind of like this. I don't know. It just looks cool to me. So it goes 5 out on this side and 5 out on that side. And then I think just to start off with, just to kind of have an idea, we can just fill this in with tuff all the way around. And in terms of size, I think we can have it go till about, I think about here, because I don't want it to be able to connect with the wall whatsoever. So I think basically this right here is the schematic slash out layer for the build. Then we can take these right here and add all the way through the actual bottom of the build. I did also manage to get these guys right here to be able to trade with me. So if I go into this guy, he now takes 17 flint for an emerald, which is fine by me, honestly. That's completely fine by me. As long as I can just get away with all this flint. I'm basically just trying the best that I can to kind of empty out the inventory just a little bit, or all these different chests that I'll have lying around. Just to solid stuff, you boys. It's just 1 emerald for a diamond pick, or diamond, just 1 emerald for a diamond axe is just so good, man. Definitely need a lot more lanterns, so let's start off by grabbing a few of those. That might actually be all that we would need for the time being. Let's grab a few more while we're here. Then maybe we could make a buttload of these tough brick walls right here and just add to the front, just to make it look a little bit more appealing visually. And then if we grab a bunch of these dark oak slabs, we can then make the floor out of dark oak over here. Then I'm thinking we just add a few of these in all the way around. And then I'm thinking we gotta elevate these sides for sure. And then maybe we'll even have it connect in just like this right here. And I'm thinking I'm actually gonna go for windows with this. I think I really like the windows inside this house right here. So I think I might incorporate that just a little bit more. I don't know how many it's gonna require, so let's get a decent amount. Yeah, I definitely like that. I think that works. I'm gonna say I want to extend it up another layer like we did over here, just because it looks so nice right here. So I definitely want to do that once again, which will probably just try me to kind of copy paste for the most part what I've done on the other build over here. And then all I gotta do is just fill this in so we can build the upstairs. Alright, let's try and make it up the side right here real quick. And also we gotta definitely do something about this. Let's just pop that in like so. So then now we probably gotta get into where this is definitely where I want to try and switch it up a little bit. I don't exactly want to do what we did over there, but it will definitely be somewhat close because I'm kind of forced to do that. I don't really have that many opportunities to do something different. So I'm gonna be adding in wood once again. I think then instead of adding in the birds, I'm gonna try and get a completely different block that definitely lights up the area a little bit. And I'm kind of thinking that diorite might be a pretty cool answer to that. Because, you know, it's kind of light colored just like the birds is. And then it's got that rocket feel to it as well, which I kind of like. So I have 4 pieces of those, which is, well, obviously ain't gonna cut it. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to make a quick little trip down into the mines and gather as much diorite as I can, which shouldn't really be a problem. I definitely like how this build turned out, but there's definitely something missing at the front. I have unfortunately completely ran out of birchwood at this point, but I still have a decent amount of dark oak left. So I'm thinking that dark oak trapdoors at the front right here would probably be the best looking thing since I can't do birds ones. Yeah, that definitely helps a lot, man. It just adds that last little pop to it. I guess these two buildings kind of ended up looking somewhat close to each other, but at least they definitely stand out a little bit at least. Anyways, we got the beds inside right here, just threw in a bunch of chests just for some sort of visual aspect of it, you know? And then we have the upstairs right here as well, which we can just add in a bunch more beds if we want to. I have a bunch of wool in one of the chests around here, so we can always do that. Basically, we have this corner down here, and then also this corner over here, which is like the two places that we haven't really done anything with. And I'm thinking for this front right here, I'm not necessarily gonna do anything to it. I might, but I don't necessarily think I will. Something that I should probably do is just add a little pathway just from here to out here just to kind of link everything up perfectly together. I think that should definitely be done. Maybe I even do one here, right? That probably would make sense for it to go from here into the actual farm as well. Yeah, I definitely think that helps the... Yeah, I do think that helps, man. It makes it look a bit better around. I really freaking wish I could get that Wandering Trader, man. I would love to just have some trees here. I think that would be so cool. The fact that I've literally only gotten one this entire time is just so wild, bro. Like, that is just the worst freaking luck, man. But you know, it just is what it is, man. It just simply just is what it is, brother. I definitely think this place has turned out freaking awesome, though. I'd say that nicely brings up side number 1. Then all we gotta do is do a little bit of magic to side number 2. And that is side number 2, which basically brings most of this village to a complete. If you take a look, we got this massive villager sleeping hall. Then we got a little other, like, village housing area, just like we have over here, and then we have our entrance down into the mine, and then we kind of have this open area in front right here, which I kind of want to keep open. I feel like if I started doing something out here, it would kind of ruin it, so I'm definitely not gonna do that, and I'm very much so liking the openness of this back house right here. So as an overall, I really think this village turned out absolutely freaking awesome, man. Like, look at this, bro. It's just a cozy, nice little village where, I don't know, man. Just gonna say everybody's welcome because I don't know what else to tell you. And just like that, we've survived 100 days in a snow-only world. The village turned out pretty cool. We managed to get basically everything that I kind of expected to do in these 100 days. So I think this was a lot of fun, man. I really enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments below which 100 days I should do next, man. And hopefully we can do something even bigger and crazier in the future, man. And if you're still watching, thank you so much, man. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one.